Welcome or welcome back to ASMRWeast. Today I've prepared for you a relaxing Lego collection tour. Some built and some yet to be built. Hoping to build them on the ASMR channel for upcoming content. We'll start with the builds that have already been completed, and we'll move on to the builds that are upcoming after that. So please, sit back, find someplace comfortable, relax, and enjoy this Lego tour. The first piece from our collection here is an Imperial Tie Fighter. So this is one that has already been built. So let's take a closer look at this Imperial Tie Fighter. It has the ability to shoot lasers. I'm not going to do it right now, but right here and right here. You just push down on these on the back here, and it will fire those. You'll see on top of the TIE Fighter I have a droid here and an elite trooper here. You can tell he's elite because he's dressed in black, but also because he's holding this laser beam. That's how you know he's built different. So this also does have a door that opens on the front, although I'm not going to open it because it does squeak. I'm going to use the top instead because that one doesn't squeak. Oh, and I ended up launching it anyway, so you'll see here. Click that back into place, that'll probably sound nice. It actually was pretty solid. I'm surprised. But so we have this stormtrooper guy there. He was in the cockpit flying the Imperial Tie Fighter. We'll put him back inside there. Close that up. And that is the Imperial Tie Fighter. So up next we have this battle on the, I believe it's Mandalore. I think it's Duel in the Mandalorian throne room, or something like that. A duel in the Mandalorian throne room. And so under there you'll see we've got a little prison cell, or frozen in carbonite maybe, for Darth Maul here. And then there's a throne room where we've got Ashoka sitting right now. What's cool is this does pop out here as well. That orange thing, it's like a little secret passage or something. I've never actually watched Clone Wars or anything that Ashoka's in, so I'm not certain how that relates to lore, but I did like the set, so I picked it up a few years ago. A closer look at Darth Maul. And closer look at Ashoka as well. Oh my gosh. She force launched her lightsaber. She's eager to duel against Maul. She can sense the dark side. She wants to vanquish evil. Let me know in the comments if you prefer Ashoka Tano or Darth Maul. Dark side versus light side. gonna stand. Yeah, she's standing on the throne now. She's standing on business. I hope you guys clock that she's standing on business. Okay. I'll put these two back and move on to our next piece of Lego. Our next build. But that was the Duel on Mandalore. Okay. So this next one is one I got from there's still a piece in there, I can hear it. This next one is one I got from the Lego Rewards program, I believe. And I got this one to celebrate my wife and I's love of the movie Rio. We love that movie, and we love just Brazilian music and culture. It'd be so cool to go one day. So this is the set. You can see here there's a blue bird. There's also a butterfly. Oh, I knocked off a tree there. Hopefully it's in the right spot when I put it back. I don't know if it's in an identical spot. I'll have to check the replay. But that is one of our favorites. It's actually something we use as decoration in our home. And it's got some really good memories associated with it. Really like this one. And there's a little frog here, actually, as well, at the front. I just realized as well. Kind of re-realized, I guess. As you notice all these things when you're building it the first time, and then you forget, and you get to re-remember and re-experience them. So I'll do a rotation on that. You can see the waterfall that leads into the river for the rest of the build from behind there. I like those really tall trees. There's a lot of variety in the flora of this build, and the fauna as well. I mean, you got the bird, the butterfly, and the frog, but the flora especially, there's a lot of different flowers and shrubs and trees that really give this build a lot of character. So, we'll move on to the next build, but this is what's the official name? The official name is the Tropical Rainforest Diorama. That's the official name of this one, so, like I said, one of my favorites. But on to our next build. So, our next build is the Flying Forward Anglia from the Harry Potter movies, specifically the Chamber of Secrets, where Ron busts Harry out of the Dursleys' house and they get attacked by the Whomping Willow. So, I'll show you this build. You see Ron and Harry inside the car there. There is a trunk here that opens, and inside there is a suitcase, and he's in there pretty tight, but you can see Scabbers as well. Ron's pet rat. Is it Scabbers? What's this pet rat's name? I just verified his name is Scabbers. I should not have doubted myself. And then you've got Hedwig on the front as well there. So this is a fun build that lives in my wife's art studio. She loves Harry Potter. And we got this build and did it together, I think, a couple of years ago, so we've had it for a while. I enjoy it a lot. The only downside for me is that Ron and Harry's legs don't move. They're just kind of stationary, but still very cute, and the trunk of the car does move, so that's a plus. Oh, Harry's suitcase is going to fall out there, and he's going to have no books for his second year at Hogwarts. We can't have that. We'll get that back in the trunk there. Close that up. So that is the Flying Ford Anglia. Ford Anglia from Harry Potter. Specifically the Chamber of Secrets. On to our next build. Okay, so our next build is the 501st Clone Trooper Legion. So this one comes with, I believe, 4 different clone troopers and 2 droid troopers. You get the Walker Mech and the Speeder as well, and the Speeder is capable of firing little red Lego stubs, the little one-piece red guys. I'll show you from the back here. Oh, I think they both fire actually. Now that I'm looking at the diagram, but those little red pieces there, you can fire those. Although I will not be doing that in today's video. So now to take a look at the builds. As I mentioned, we have a speeder, so I've got 2 of our troopers on there operating the speeder. There are the aforementioned red studs that would fire if I were to press the mechanisms on the side there. So that is the speeder. And then here we have the Walker. You got the jetpack trooper here on the bottom leg. He is poised for launch. He's got about a 45-degree angle, so he can launch himself up into the air to provide aerial support for his fellow troopers in combat. So I'm turning this sideways just to get it in the frame well. That's a good zoom there. I can put it right side up, but I can only hold it so close. But if I put it sideways here, you can see a little bit more of it. So that one's pretty neat. It's got the stud cannon there on the front, and then our trooper on the top there can also use his rifle to dispatch enemies. And then you'll see here as well, we have our 2 droid troopers, and these are the two pesky combatants that I suppose our troopers would be dealing with in this situation. That is the 501st Clone Trooper Legion with 2 droid troopers. Up next we have our final completed build, and then we will be moving on to builds that are not yet completed and are going to be coming up on the channel. This is our Spiderman Mask build. Just completed this one recently actually. I tried filming it for video, but it didn't quite work out, but that's okay. You win some and you lose some. This is our box, and behind the box we reveal our completed build. I'm going to pick this up and bring it a little closer so you can get a better view there, but each piece of this had to be built individually, so we started with the base, and then we built up kind of the inside of the mask, and then attached the various components. So the front here, these are all different kind of moving plate pieces, and then the eyes as well attached, so you can kind of see here that pulls out, and you can sort of see some of the inside there. But yeah, we built the inside and then attached the outside pieces. It was a really interesting build, unlike anything I'm used to doing. I usually go more for the typical type Lego builds, I suppose you'd call this, but this is a really cool piece. I received it as a gift from my sister, and I really treasure it because it's just so unique. I really like how it turned out, and it's a really cool display piece. I like that Lego started going into the display pieces more, and I think after doing this one, I probably would even consider getting another display piece if it was the right one. I personally love Spider-Man. It's my favorite superhero, so this was a good pick for me. But these eyes were really tricky to get in, I will tell you that. The rest of the mask kept coming apart when I was attaching those, but I did eventually get them attached, which is nice. So, shout out to my sister for this one. It's a prized piece in my collection for sure. So that was the last of the builds that are already complete, and we will now move on to upcoming builds, some of which you can see around me here, but I'll bring them a little closer to the camera so you can get a focused view and we can spotlight each of them individually. Okay, so up first for our builds that have not yet been completed, and these are going to be builds that I'll be doing on the channel. We have the Lego Micro Command Center. So this one features the little blue helmet guy from the Lego movie. If you look on the top here, what I find kind of funny is he's a little mini Lego minifig, so even smaller than the typical Lego minifigurine. But this comes with a cool monorail train and space command center, so it's a really unique build, and it just kind of celebrates the space build series. I mean, I didn't have these blue ones as a kid, but I did have some space station stuff that had that logo. That's a classic for me. Some of my first Lego stuff. So this will be a really exciting build to do on the channel. This is one that I got through the Lego Rewards program. So look forward to that in an upcoming video on the channel. This one is a fun, smaller build that I'm going to be doing. It's the Iron Man Mech versus Ultron build. This will probably be a good warm-up video for our building series. Good way to do some sound tests and try some things out. So we'll see if this one does in fact make it, but I hope it does. You might see this in a future tour video if not. But we're hoping for good things. It's going to work. It's going to work. This is the Iron Man versus Ultron Mech. And if you look there, it looks like there is a shooting component to this one as well. It fires little blue discs, so that's a fun element to this one. It looks like Ultron himself has like a laser beam that's coming out of one of his fists there, so it makes for some dynamic combat scenes. It's a pretty cool one. I don't have anything Iron Man related, so this is a fun add to my collection. My wife picked this up for me, actually, because of that exact reason, actually, that I don't have any Iron Man in my collection, so appreciate and love her for that one. Next up, we have the LEGO Creator Series 3-in-1 record player with flowers. I've never really seen these 3-in-1 sets before, but I guess it's one set of pieces that can build into 3 different things. I think that'll be a really interesting video, so I will probably, for that one, I think build all 3, more than likely, I guess. And I'll let you guys guess which one was my favorite that I ended up using as the final build. But that's really cool. And there's 3 different builds contained within. I think it would also be really cool if it just came with the instructions to build the 3 different things all together. So I'm curious how it does work, because I've never done one like this before. So we'll have to see what that ends up looking like. So yeah, this one is the 3-in-1 radio. Oh, I mean, it is a radio, but the 3-in-1 record player with flowers, but there's a radio, a microphone, and a record player. I'm kind of leaning towards the record player, but the microphone and radio are also pretty cool as well, so it's tough to say which one I will choose for its final form. On to our next box. Next up, we've got this Lego City donut truck. In all honesty, I actually thought this was an ice cream truck. I don't know what I was thinking when I grabbed it from the shelves. My brain thought donut equals ice cream, but it'll still be fun to build, I think. And it's donuts are still a good treat, so we have got our donut truck here, and I'm gonna build that, and it's gonna be great. So on the back here you can see it looks like maybe the donut truck part itself detaches from the truck, so that's kind of cool. So like it can operate as a donut stall as well. You know, you could drop it off at different locations, and it really provides for flexible operations, so I like that. This one is the Lego City donut truck. Up next, keeping in theme with our Lego vehicles, we've got the Lego City motorhome. I like this one a lot, actually. Reminds me of taking family vacations as a kid. We didn't have a motorhome. That was kind of the dream. But we did have a trailer. So we would hop in the family vehicle and take our trailer and go camping at different places. Sometimes we would go to KOAs, which is Campground of America. So this one has a really fun nostalgia for me, which is why I picked it up for the channel, so that we can enjoy that nostalgia together in the form of a Lego build. So be on the lookout for a motorhome build video. I mean, all of these. I'm going to be building them on the channel in the future. I'll show you a little preview of the back as well there. So you can see that the motorhome does open up on the top and the side, which is pretty fun. This is the Lego City Holiday Camper Van. So I apologize, it's not a motorhome, but the official title is Holiday Camper Van. coming soon in ASMRWeast build videos. Up next, I'm going to feature these two together. My plan for this video is actually to do a Ferrari versus McLaren setup. So we will release both videos at the same time, and whichever video gets more views by a certain date will be the winner of the Ferrari versus McLaren view race. I think that'll be an exciting and fun challenge for fellow F1 fans. So I picked these up at Costco, actually. I saw them both available and had to go for the McLaren and the Ferrari. Just seemed like the right choice. So I'll show you the front of these. We've got the McLaren up top here and the Ferrari on the bottom. I'm curious to see which one will come out on top. But that'll be a very fun build video, I think. McLaren versus Ferrari. I'll show you close-ups of the back there as well. That is the McLaren. And here is the Ferrari. A lot of different sponsors on there. Now I won't tell you which one I prefer, but you can guess in the comments if you'd like. Up next, we're going to be looking at our final upcoming build, and the one that I'm the most excited about. You can see it actually a little bit to my left here. I'm probably not even actually going to be able to get it fully in the frame. This is the Daily Bugle from Spider-Man. This is quite a larger build that I've been saving for a while, hoping to do on the channel. To close things out today, I'm going to do probably a close-up of the Daily Bugle, and I'll read off some of the minifigures that come with the Daily Bugle as well. I just realized I forgot one of my sets, of course. That's not actually the final set of the day. One moment. So, I can't actually fully fit this one in the frame even, but this is the Millennium Falcon. It features Lando Calrissian. It features Lando. It features Chewbacca, C-3PO, R2-D2, Finn, Bugle, and Dio. So I'm going to pull this up and showcase the build here. So here we have the completed build. It has different components that move to open up. We've got this front part here. Open up these flaps here as well. Flaps, panels, whatever you want to call them. You'll see that the crew of the Falcon is hard at work here. We've got Lando up here in the kitchen, making some grub for the crew. You've got Chewie tending to Bugle up in the med bay there. You've got C-3PO and R2-D2 up in the top right corner there, so that's great. Now you might be wondering, where's Finn? I believe I heard you mention Finn and a droid named Dio. They are here as well. They are just at the front in the cockpit area. So you got Finn right there, and little Dio the droid behind him there. I'm not going to take them out because it's actually a little bit of work to get them back in with my giant gorilla hands. So this is the Falcon. It's one of the first larger builds I acquired, and I'm quite happy with it. I decided to get this next build next to me here. Which is the Daily Bugle. That is going to be saved for a future video as well, but very excited to start building that one. I'm going to work my way up gradually from some smaller builds to make sure that the sound and videography is all good for those, because that's a bigger and special build for me. But that's the end of our Lego tour for today. Thank you so much for sticking around and relaxing with me today as we toured through this Lego collection. I hope to see you again in future videos as we start to dive into building some of this Lego. Thanks for watching. I hope this video leaves you relaxed.